So yesterday, Take-Two, they are Rockstar's parent company. They are the guys that make the business decisions for the most part when it comes to GTA Online and Red Dead Redemption. And they had a conference call with investors talking about how the company's doing and what their plans are for the future. Well, in that conference call, one thing that was said by Take-Two's CEO got a lot of people up in arms, and I'm sure you can already tell what it is from the title of this video. I'll read the quote in a second, but basically what he said was shark cards and microtransactions are not going anywhere. They are never going away. And if anything, they are going to focus on them even more now. And a lot of people are upset by this. So I want to talk about this and obviously hear you guys' thoughts in the comment section. But the quote that he actually said, the context of this comes from him talking about the gaming industry. And he said that it's now all about recurrent consumer spending rather than game sales. He said the business once upon a time was a big chunky opportunity to engage for tens of hours or perhaps 100 hours. That has turned into an ongoing engagement. Day after day, week after week, you fall in love with these titles and they become part of your daily life. He continues to say, we've said that we aim to have recurrent consumer spending opportunities for every title that we put out at this company. It may not always be an online model, it probably won't always be a virtual currency model, but there will be some ability to engage in an ongoing basis with our titles after release across the board. That's a sea change in our business. Recurrent consumer spending is 42% of our net bookings in this quarter, and it has been transformative for us. And then he ends by saying, one of the things we've learned is if we create a robust opportunity and a robust world in which people can play delightfully in a bigger and bigger way, that they will keep coming back, they will engage, and there is an opportunity to monetize that engagement. There's a lot of room for growth. This is just the beginning. So let's talk about that, because whether you think it's good or bad, this is the way gaming is going. In the article, which I'll link in the description, they also say, other companies like Ubisoft said the same sort of thing, that microtransactions are a big chunk of revenue now, and that's what they're going to be focusing on. And you can see that in pretty much every game coming out now, with all these loot boxes and stuff, all the controversies. This stuff is not going away anytime soon, unfortunately. Now, specifically relating this to Rockstar Games GTA Online, and then the upcoming Red Dead Redemption 2, that is what's got people worried. I mean, shark cards, I would almost say, ruined GTA Online for a lot of people. Maybe 50%, maybe even more. If you don't play GTA Online daily or somewhat regularly, you're gonna get left behind. And if you're a new player trying to get into GTA Online now, it's almost impossible. Think about how many things you have to purchase and how expensive they are and how much little missions pay out. Even doing heists, which, is probably the most expensive paying job, that's still not even that much compared to the prices of everything in the game. When GTA was first released way back in 2013, shark cards were a little bit more reasonable. They were still outrageous because paying $100 of real life money for virtual currency just seems outrageous, especially in a $60 game, which sold a record amount within 24 hours. Didn't it make $1 billion within 24 hours? So that's what sort of started everything, but at least back then, the prices of GTA Online or in GTA Online reflected a somewhat fair economy. $8 million would have gotten you quite a bit back in the day. That would allow you to purchase an apartment, a 10-car garage, a bunch of supercars, a bunch of clothing. You could pretty much be set with that $8 million. So while it did cost $100 of real life money, at least you're getting quite a bit out of it in the game. But then as the game progressed and as they started to add crazier and crazier things, that economy started to not be as balanced or as fair. And I think that's really one of the main problems here with shark cards or with these microtransactions. Right now, $100 of real life money only gets you $8 million still, and that barely buys you 2 cars. Let's say you wanted to buy the Vigilante and the Oppressor. That's almost $7 million right there. And then you have to add all of the upgrades. You have to buy an MOC. So for $100, you can barely even get 2 of the best vehicles in the game. And I think that's what's got a lot of people worried. Personally, for me, if they were to just fix the amount of money you get for shark cards, I wouldn't mind them as much. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen in GTA Online. Now, Red Dead Redemption 2 Online, that I want to talk about too. One positive about that game, there's not as much they can exploit, at least I don't think there is, because of the time period. You know, there's not going to be all these crazy cars because there were no cars back then. Guns the same way. Even properties, you can't have that many crazy properties because it's in the Wild West. So when it comes to this recurrent consumer spending they talk about, how is that going to be implemented in Red Dead Redemption? That's the main question that everyone sort of is anticipating. One thing that I could see them doing is what some MMOs do. I'm not entirely sure how many people that watch my videos play MMOs, but one game that I played somewhat recently is an MMO called Black Desert Online. And now granted, it's only $10 to get into, but at the higher levels, the grind is insane. Like, you thought GTA's grind was bad, the grind in this game is horrible. So what they do in order to encourage people to buy, their microtransactions, they give certain abilities like, oh, your grind is faster now. You get more loot or you get more money for 30 minutes if you pay, a couple dollars for this little pack or something like that. And basically, they made the game grindy on purpose so people will buy those microtransactions. And I think that, it kind of sounds like that's what they might do for Red Dead Redemption 2 online. They might make the gameplay super, super grindy so they can have some sort of skip the line option with their microtransactions. Oh, you don't want to grind for hours upon hours? Well, here, buy this microtransaction, whatever it's going to be, and it'll go quicker or something like that. That's what I can see them doing with Red Dead 2, just because there won't be as many things that they could put out like in GTA Online. I've seen on Twitter today so many people going back and forth on the topic of shark cards. One side says, well, shark cards are good because we get free DLCs and all that. And while that is true, they're not really considered free. I know you don't have to pay money for them, but come on, you can't be that naive to think that Rockstar are doing all this stuff, releasing all this content just out of the good of their heart. Like I said, they tweaked the gameplay. Solo public lobbies, they took those out of the game. So you have to play in a public lobby where people can kill you and blow you up while you're doing your missions, which means you lose money. All those fees in the game, you lose money doing that. They purposefully make stuff in this game so you lose money, so you either have to keep grinding or you just say, screw it, I'm gonna buy a shark card. And then the other side is sort of what I'm saying. Shark cards are bad because they make the gameplay less than what it could be or what it should be. And I'm interested to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section. What side of the fence are you on? Are you on the side that says, look, shark cards aren't bad because they give us free content? Or are you on the other side that says, yeah, shark cards are horrible? To close out this video, I will say, like I said before, as long as these gaming companies find ways to make quality gameplay that isn't for the sole reason to make us buy microtransactions, I don't think people will care. But it's when they take that extra step where they impact the gameplay to push their microtransactions, that's the problem that people have. So that's my thoughts. The links to the articles will be in the description if you want to take a look at them. But thank you all for watching. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more awesome GTA and Red Dead Redemption 2 content. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.